Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's me, Mrs. Camp. I'm back. And today I'm in my kitchen, but it's not a science lab. It's actually kitchen because we're going to do some cooking. Do you like to cook? Give me a thumbs up if you do. I like to cook because it means you get to eat yummy food. And today I'm going to show you how to make sugar cookie cutouts. Now, all this week we're going to be making delicious recipes, and I'm going to be posting those recipes along with shopping lists on our Facebook page and our web page at the district website. Just look for them there, and I'll try to email them too if people want. And then you'll have the recipes to make all these delicious things. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to make some sugar cookies. And what you're going to need for this is some sugar cookie dough. Well, I already made my dough, but I want to give you a couple of little hints about your dough. The first thing is that you need to make sure that you use really great ingredients and make sure that you mix it all really well. But you have to chill the dough. That means you have to put it in the refrigerator. If you don't put it in the refrigerator, then it's too mushy and you can't make the cookies really good. All right? The other thing that you can do is just buy sugar cookie dough at the store. They've got lots of really good sugar cookie dough at the store, and that works just fine. But I've given you the recipe for my sugar cookies. So if you want to try it, you can. It's not hard. It's just flour, some sugar, some butter, and some vanilla, really. You can do that. So I'm going to start on my counter here. My counter is nice and clean. Oh, by the way, the first thing that you got to make sure that you do when you're cooking is wash your hands. We don't want any of your germs and gunk in our cookies, but I already washed my hands, so I don't need to do that. My counter here is nice and clean, and I'm putting some flour down on here so that my cookie dough doesn't stick to my counter. And then I'm going to get my rolling pin, and I'm going to just put a little bit of flour on there. You don't need too much, just a little bit. And my cookie dough just came out of the refrigerator, so it seems pretty hard. But if I keep just rolling on it with my rolling pin, it's going to get thinner. You don't want to, see, I could cut the cookies out of this right now, but I don't want to because it would be too thick and then it would take too long for the cookies to cook, to bake in the oven. Now, before I started any of this morning, I made sure that I preheated my oven. That means you turn your oven on so it's all ready to go when your cookies are all done. Now, parents, grandmas, grandpas, aunts, uncles, all the grown-ups out there, a really great tip for making these cookies with kiddos is for you to make the dough ahead of time. And then they can roll it out and do the cutting out. Okay. Now, my cookie dough is breaking a little bit, but that's okay because there's a lot of yummy butter in this, so when these cookies start baking, they're going to just go right back together. Now, I like to make sure that my dough isn't too thick, and that looks pretty good right now. I'm going to make some butterflies and some circles. So this, I think, is going to get us a few butterflies and circles. I'm going to get out my cookie sheet all ready to go, and when I get these cookies out, I'm going to be really gentle. I'm going to put them on my pan. I'm going to show you here in just a second. You got to make sure that these cookies are not too close together, because if they're too close together, they're going to get big and smooshed together. So I'll show you. Oh, see, my little butterfly got a little crack in its wing. But I'm not going to be fussy about that or worry about that because I know that when it's baking, it's going to go back together. And there's another circle. I'm going to put that right there. Now, I'm using just a little pan because I'm just making a couple of cookies. But do you see how those are all spread out? Nice. They're not touching they're kind of far apart because they're gonna get bigger when they're cooking. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven, my preheated oven, for about, we're gonna start with 7 minutes, okay? When that's all done, it's gonna ding and we'll know to check. But right now, we've got to get started on making some frosting for our cookies. So I'm gonna put, this dough is still good. And I'm gonna put it, and I've got a little ball from earlier. I'm gonna put these back in the refrigerator because I can use them for later. Maybe we'll make some, my family will want to make some more cookies. And you know, one of the things that I think about when I'm cooking is that I want to make sure that I'm kind of cleaning up as I go along. I don't want it to get too messy because then there's just a big, giant, huge mess at the end. So, all right. So we've got our cookies in the oven. And now I'm going to get my mixer over here. And I'm going to show you how to make this buttercream frosting, all right? Are you ready? Now, lots of people like different kinds of frosting. I like buttercream frosting because it is delicious. And it just, one of the things that we like to say when we're cooking is it just elevates it. It elevates it. Can you say that with me? Elevate. Have you ever been on an elevator? What does an elevator do? It goes up. So you just take your plain old sugar cookies, you add some buttercream frosting to it, and it elevates it. It just takes it to that next level. People will be asking, where did you get these cookies? And you can say, I made them myself in my own kitchen. All right? Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make this buttercream frosting. Lots of times people think that it's really super hard. It's not. Now, the other thing that I like to do when I'm cooking is I want to make sure that I have all of my ingredients ready to go before I get started. Okay? So I'm just going to pull out all of my ingredients. Oh, I've got some things here that I need to move out of the way. Oh, by the way, you always need to make sure that you got a cup of tea handy. Because you want to make sure that you keep hydrated while you're cooking. All right. So I've got a stand mixer, but you don't need a stand mixer. You can use an electric mixer, and if you really want to, you can just use a spoon and whip it really good. Okay. So we're gonna start by putting the I've got my recipe over here, by the way. It's right here on my iPad. That's one of the cool things about iPads. All right. Oh, it says that I need a whisk, and I've put my paddle attachment on here. So I gotta switch it out. I'm gonna go over and get my whisk out of my drawer. Now, one of the things about my kitchen is that it's pretty organized for cooking. So you gotta make sure that you know where everything is. Okay, it says, in a stand mixer fitted with a whisk, mix together sugar and butter. Now here's my butter, and I have put this butter out this morning so that it's at room temperature, so it's kind of mushy. It's not melted, but it's not cold right from the refrigerator, because if it's cold right from the refrigerator, it will not mix with your sugar. So we're gonna use confectioner sugar. Confectioner sugar is different than like the sugar that you might put in your tea, or it's even different than the sugar that we used for our sugar cookies. Okay, now here's my sugar. Sometimes people call it powdered sugar. All right, there's 3 cups here, and I've already measured that out. Now, one of the tricks that I know about making frosting, is that you don't want to dump all of this in at the same time, because if you do that, a big huge poof of stuff. Oh, and you know what? I have forgotten to get a big spoon, but look right there. I've got my big spoons right there. We're gonna move this to the side and this to the side, and I'm just gonna start that. And then I'm just going to put a little bit at a time into there because we don't want a big, huge poof. Ooh, did you see that? There was a little bit of poof right there. Ooh, I can smell it wafting. That's the, oh, do you see? And then, just as I go along, I'm just going to put a little bit of milk in there as I'm going along so that it doesn't get too poofy. I'm just going to keep putting this in there. I wonder how our cookies are doing over there. What do you think? Oh, and I can see in here, oh, every once in a while, oh, it's getting a little poofy. So I'm going to put a spoon of milk in there. Oh, it's getting poofy. A little spoon of milk in there. Now, the thing about powdered sugar is if you put too much liquid in there, oh, see, here we go. Here our buttercream frosting is starting to get all stuck onto our, oh, I can smell it. It smells yummy already. We got to just get some of that off of there. And we're going to whip this all up with this whisk here on the mixer. And it's going to make just the best frosting ever. Believe you me. It doesn't look like frosting now, does it? It's kind of mushy. I'm just going to check our cookies really quick. Oh! We got about 12 seconds. Let's see if we can get the rest of this powdered sugar in here. Okay, I'm down to the last little bit, so I'm just going to go ahead and dump that in there. Oh! And there's the timer for our cookies, so I better check them. Now, the thing about cookies, you guys, is you gotta make sure you don't reach into there with your hands because the pan is hot. We gotta use a oven mitt. Oh, those look like they're just about perfect. Look at this, everybody. See how much bigger they got? Yeah, and they got a little brown around the edges. So I'm going to take them, off, and I'm going to put them on a rack over here. This is called a cooling rack. Now when you take them off, they're kind of mushy still, so be really careful. This is probably getting the hot stuff out of the oven. It's probably a grown-up's job. That's what I think. Okay, all right, let's get back to our frosting. So those cookies have to cool. We can't put frosting on hot cookies. All right, so we got all of our butter in there, all of our sugar, and I'm just gonna add my milk, and we need a teaspoon of vanilla, because that's gonna make it taste delicious. Okay, now here we go. I'm going to put it on high. You ready? This is the fun part. Oh, and there we have buttercream frosting, you guys. All right. Now, oh, look at that. Oh, this looks delicious. Oh, now that looks like buttercream frosting. Perfecto. Now, this is just the best tasting stuff. You don't want to mix it too much because it will do this thing, it splits because it's got butter in it, and you don't want it to split. So we're going to not mix it anymore. It's just perfect right now. So I'm going to get my bowl here, and I'm going to put just a little bit of my frosting in here because I want to make my butterflies pink. Okay? Oh, I need my towel here. Get my towel. All right, I want to make my butterflies pink. So you see what I got going here? I got just a little bit of frosting in there. I've got my spoon spoon all ready to go. And I've got my food coloring. We used a lot of food coloring last week when we did science. And we're going to use some more this week too. I'm just going to put a couple of drops in there. Oh, guess what? My butterflies are not going to be pink. They're going to be purple. But that's okay. That works just fine. Okay, all right. Now, the other thing that I know about cooking, you guys, is you got to make sure that you taste it just to make sure. Like that you didn't put salt or anything in there. So I'm just going to taste a little bit of that. So good. Oh, it's delicious. Now I gotta wash my hands because I stuck my hand in my mouth. All right. Now I made some cookies earlier this morning so that they would be nice and cool. I've got a circle and a butterfly. Do you see, can you see how they're kind of a little tiny brown, bit brown around the edge? And if you look at the back, you can see that they're a little brown on the back. That's perfect. That's what you want for your sugar cookie cutouts. Okay? All right, now I've got my purple frosting going here. Notice I didn't put a whole lot. I've got tons more frosting in there. Tons more. I'm just going to scoop some of that frosting on there. Do you ever have the cookies at the Gingerbread Factory? These are going to taste even better than those cookies, you guys. All right, there's my circle, my purple circle. And now I'm going to get my purple butterfly going here. And if you make sure that you cool your cookies before you make them, this is going to be so much better. If you do this when these cookies are hot, the frosting just runs all over the cookies. All right, there we go. There's our purple butterfly. But it's not done unless you put a little bit of sprinkles on there. I'm just going to put some into my hand, and I'm just going to sprinkle it on there. Sprinkle it on there. All right, look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh, you guys, these, oh, my sprinkles are falling off. These are beautiful, amazing cookies that we made this morning. These are beautiful cookies that we made this morning. My butterfly broke, but you know what? That means I just get to eat it. Oh, so good. Cookies for breakfast. I love it. And you know what else? I love you. And I will see you tomorrow. Come back here to my kitchen. We're going to make something else yummy to eat. I'll see you tomorrow.